Hi Pisces, my name is Leona from Supra Conscioussoul, and this is your April love reading. So, I just want to apologize for not getting the Pisces love reading out towards the end of last month. I had sciatica nerve damage, and so it meant that it was hard to sit, it was hard to stand. So I had to do some work on myself, I had to do some intensive yoga, and I feel a lot better now. So on with the new month, and this is April. So this is talking about all the relationships in your life, whether that's family, friends, co-workers, love, or even people that you work with, anybody that you have an emotional relationship with. So you come into the reading with the Three of Pentacles. Now, this is underneath the deck, so this is the energy that's running underneath, the undercurrent, so to speak. And it talks about a coming together. It talks about finally getting support. It talks about working together. It talks about structures being created, new structures being created, seeing the value in those structures that are being created, seeing the value in each other, seeing the value in a relationship, adding to the stability of a family perhaps as well. But it talks about building. You also have, I've just seen temperance underneath that. So it talks about an alchemy of bringing two things in together, two things in order to create, in order to bring them to that perfect point in which it's like the magic happens. It's like, it's about bringing that balance back, that harmony back into a relationship. Underneath, it's like, underneath the three would be the Two of Pentacles. That's about balance. It's about juggling. It's about finances. So it's coming out of that now and starting to work more together, if that makes sense. So you also have underneath the other deck, you have the World, which is 29. That is 11. So it's talking about a deepening of the relationship. It's talking about a soulmate connection or a twin flame connection. But it's saying that, it's also saying that this relationship is guided, because I'm seeing certain other symbols. But anyway, it's talking about feeling like you've been in a period of implosion, let's say. You're not wanting to expand. You've been very internal, especially with all the Pisces energy that's just gone. It brought everybody a lot more internal, but Pisces, it brought you to this thinking, to this healing mode, to all of this emotional stuff. So I feel like you're feeling a little bit closed off from that now. It's like you're trying to gather yourself together after that now. It's also about feeling like you're not wanting to kind of socialize as much as you would. It's like feeling pushed to socialize, feeling pushed to expand. However, you do also have, for love, you have chemistry, which says there's a strong magnetic attraction here. So this is saying that although you're pulling inwards, there is this strong magnetic attraction, and it could be getting stronger by the fact that there is this support, there is this sense of building something together. You do have the Sun card as well as your first card. So this talks about new beginnings. It talks about clarity after the storm. It talks about a brightness. It talks about starting to enjoy life, starting to enjoy the moment, starting to make plans for holidays, make plans for bringing new members into the family, celebrations that involve a lot of the family, things like new births, things like engagements, that kind of thing, things where you're moving up. It's things where others can see that joy, and that joy radiates out to others as well. However, you also, underneath that energy, you have the Five of Cups, and this is talking about the changes that you're going through right now. This is talking about those emotional changes where you're shifting from this place of regret to this place of opportunity, and to this place of like new abundance in terms of relationships, new growth, realizing that those two cups, when put together in the correct way with the Temperance card in the right balance, it creates that magic. So there's no need to focus on what was before, because this is all you need in order to start building that emotional foundation back up again. And that requires you looking at things in another way. That requires sacrifices on both parts. That requires standing for what you believe within the relationship, working on those beliefs, working together. It also requires seeing things from your partner's perspective, looking at their point of view, looking at what they're possibly sacrificing in order to be with you, in order that there's this come together and there's this enlightenment that will happen. Yeah, it's this able to feel like you're ready for anything, feel like you're just poised, balanced, you're ready then. So in order to get to that point, there is that shift in perspective that's needed. But that shift is also this balance that's going, this counterbalance that's going through these changes. So it's that shift between the past and the future, that shift between regrets, sorrows, losses, and moving forward, and what you have actually to move forward with, because the Sun card suggests that you have a lot to move forward with. You also then have the King of Cups. Now, this is your card is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. It's about you being in your element emotionally, you've gathered yourself, you've done this work on yourself, you're now in your element. It's about being emotionally balanced, knowing when to nurture, when to pull back your energy emotionally. It's about being sensitive to the needs of others. It's about it's a sense of making an offer, but getting your emotions in order to make this offer. We have this offer coming in that's like an engagement, it's a marriage, it's an offer of a celebration perhaps, but it's something that comes in, and it comes from a very sensitive, emotional place. Yeah, it comes in a very romantic, a very dreamy way with the Page of Cups. It's also a very innocent way. It's like unrehearsed. It kind of just happens. Yeah, and there could have been some reassessment as well with the Mercury retrograde. We have this reassessment, and going through this reassessment in terms of healing and what it is that you want to manifest. This is evaluating, this is looking at things again, this is deciding what it is that you want to go for. And what's interesting is that is right next to the Gemini or the Lovers card, and that talks about making a decision. It also talks about things being guided from above, certain relationships being brought together. Yeah, it also talks about a coming together to communicate, yeah, after this period of healing, because you do also have the Three of Swords. Now, this can talk about, I feel like in this reading with the other cards that are around it, we're going to look at in a minute, I feel like this is to do more with a sense of healing rather than something that comes in. However, this decision that's being made is asking you, do you want to focus on the past and the sorrow and the pain, or do you want to carry on and move forward with this Ace of Pentacles, this stability, this new growth, this sense of inner growth as well? It's sense of putting in your energy into something new, something that can be grown, something that can be established long term, because once you get to the King of Pentacles, it's all about stability, it's about setting those financial standards. But this is the start of that energy, and it's the start of trying to create something stable, something solid. So we also have Temple Path, and this is also saying that you're guided and you're on the right path at the moment. The King of Cups and the Page of Cups is very intuitive energy, and with the Eight of Cups in between, it's like you're balancing between those, you're weighing things up emotionally, intuitively, you're listening for the signs, you're listening for the synchronicities. Yeah, and it's talking about saying that this is, you're on the right path, and we have all these little lights that are kind of guiding you. What's interesting is that also comes with religious factors, and that says your love life is influenced by your religious factors, upbringing and spiritual path. So this is also confirming that you are being guided in certain decisions, and there's certain relationships that are being brought together by spirit for you, and they're just reaffirming that with both of those cards. It's also saying that there could have been a period in this relationship where you felt like you're releasing yourself from some constrictions, and it's also about reconciliation. So it's saying that something in the past, we also have these changes here. So this is talking about energy changing. This is saying in the past you was tied up, but now you're releasing that, and we have this reconciliation, or this coming together of the energy that is helping that to happen. And it also says someone from the past is returning to your life for some of you. So for some of you, this energy comes in after this period of you getting yourself together, getting yourself emotionally together, feeling like you're getting yourself in balance, working on yourself emotionally, spiritually, working on the internal stuff. You also have the fourth chakra, Archangel Michael. And this is saying that you're going through this period where you're opening up your heart chakra. It's saying that there's caring connections that are around you. There's connections that are guided that are around you as well. And it's asking you to listen for the signs, listen for them synchronicities. It's asking you to remain open in your heart chakra, and to just basically just affirming that things are on a positive route in terms of relationships for you right now. And there could be a total reconciliation that some of you didn't see coming as well. And it's like spirit brought it together. It also says to let your friends help you. Ask for and accept help from others. This card has gone around a lot this month in the readings. It's just asking you to open up your heart chakra, open up yourself to others, allow others to come in, allow this this healing to have taken place, allow that the swords to be pulled out, the wounds to be healed now. It's about releasing all those ties to the past stuff. It's about moving forward in the energy. So I really do hope this has helped. Take care, stay blessed. Thank you.